What do you think now that you saw the plans and what you want to do?
Well, I am just very impressed by the amount of leadership provided by the local community. And you know, when people get together and begin to advocate for themselves, and then they have some local representatives who are willing to stand by their side, it's really quite amazing what can be accomplished. And you know, looking at some of the units here, recognizing the incredible disrepair, but how easy it is to really get them back into shape and make them livable. And then this group is going to go beyond making them livable. They're going to make them nice.
Secretary Carson, based on your reaction, what you saw inside Eureka Gardens, what was your first impression on this apartment complex?
Well, my impression is that there's a reason that we call housing part of our infrastructure. This is part of the infrastructure of America. And, you know, we need to take care of it. And there's no reason that it has to be something that's dilapidated and dangerous. With a little bit of attention, it can be made into something extremely livable and nice. And again, one of the things that I emphasize all the time, housing is just a small component of development. We need to be talking about community development, and we need to be talking about the development of our citizens. And we need to be thinking about housing, education, health care, transportation, training, a whole host of things to really empower not only our communities but our nation.
Secretary Carson, Secretary, you said, you mentioned earlier a paradigm shift from maintenance to potential. Is this the message going forward in HUD? Is this
yes.
what you're
yes.
there for?
It's no longer going to be just to maintain people and to be satisfied to put a roof over people's heads. We've got to develop our people. It's absolutely critical if we're going to be able to compete in the world going forward, because we don't have a huge population compared to other nations with whom we will be competing.
So this is policy now?
Absolutely.
You mentioned something interesting about home ownership for people in public housing. Is that something you're presenting that you're going to want to do, or how
yes.
is that going to work?
Yes, we are looking at ways to facilitate home ownership, but you know, you have to prepare people for home ownership. So we're looking at ways to prepare people who are chronic renters for home ownership by transitioning them with some responsibility for the unit in which they can see a benefit when they take care of it, and that can actually translate into an opportunity to own a home.
A down payment.
Yes.